40 Rod Lightning is next on stage with what they call Insurgent North Country. I'm Julia Figueres. We're serving up Metallica with Moonshine next.
Presentation of OnStage is made possible in part by the New York State Music Fund, established by the New York State Attorney General at Rockefeller Philanthropy Advisors.
Welcome to On Stage. Sometimes the perfect night out is as simple as a beer, a bourbon, and your best buddies accompanied by a band playing good tunes. I'm Julia Figueres. While I can't give you the first 3 ingredients to that recipe, I certainly can supply you with the last. Call it what you will, alt country or Americana, it's all rock and good fun, and it all starts in a single wide with 40 Rod Lightning from WXXI and WRUR.
Single, wide, or double, darling, you're my only one. I don't know where we'll settle down, but we'll have us some fun. Single, wide, or double, darling, you're my only one, and I'll be curled up beside you when the long, hard day is done. Your daddy didn't like me from the moment he laid eyes. Well, didn't help that when he didn't knock eyes pressed between your thighs. Out the window and down the trestle, and in the yard we got to wrestling. You know, love, I barely got away. Single, wide, or double, darling, you're my only one. I don't know where we'll settle down, but we'll have us some fun. Single, wide, or double, darling, you're my only one, and I'll be curled up beside you when the long, hard day is done. Folks want you to go to college, and I'll admit I ain't got much knowledge. I can't promise you a fairy tale, but I'll bust my ass for every dollar, and all night long I'll make you holler. We'll see who's born to this world to fail. Single, wide, or double, darling, you're my only one. I don't know where we'll settle down, but we'll have us some fun. Single, wide, or double, darling, you're my only one, and I'll be curled up beside you when the long, hard day is done. Single, wide, or double, darling, you're my only one. I don't know where we'll settle down, but we'll have us some fun. Single, wide, or double, darling, you're my only one, and I'll be curled up beside you when the long, hard day is, long, hard day is, long, hard day is done. Thank you. Thank you kindly.
Here's a song we wrote about drinking whiskey. Well, hello, friend. It's been a long time since I've seen you. Things are good for a while, but I'm glad to see you again. Last time I saw you, You heard how she made me a darn fool. Well, this is what you had to say. In the morning, she won't be in your head. You won't have time to think of her, 'cause you'll be throwing up instead. Jack Daniel's revenge will be the only thing on your mind. And old Jackie's up there laughing. Who knew he could be so unkind? You helped me through them hard times, and I need to talk to you again. 'Cause the same damn girl that I loved back then, she ran away with my heart again. I'm sitting at the same old bar stool where I was a year ago today. I'm telling you all my troubles, and now I'll bet I'll hear you say, in the morning, she won't be in your head. You won't have time to think of her, 'cause you'll be throwing up instead. Jack Daniel's revenge won't be the only thing on your mind. And old Jackie's up there laughing. Who knew he could be so unkind? Sit here no more. They're gonna turn the lights out, and then they're gonna lock the doors. I'll see you in the morning, and that I know for sure. 'Cause like the sun, I know you'll come, and probably all over the floor. And in the morning, she won't be in your head. You won't have time to think of her, 'cause you'll be throwing up instead. Jack Daniel's revenge won't be the only thing on your mind. And old Jackie's up there laughing. Who knew he could be so unkind? And old Jackie's up there laughing. That old bastard, he sure ain't kind. Thank you very much.
40 Rod Lightning on stage. Jack Daniel's Revenge. I suspect Jack is probably going to make another appearance before the last song is played. Tom Jones, would you please do us the honor and introduce us to the guys?
Certainly. Here on the stand-up bass, we have Chuck Larson.
Howdy.
Over on the lap steel guitar and mandolin, we have Brian Killigrew.
Check, hello.
Back here on the drums, we have Joe Bonfiglio.
Thank you.
And over on the lead guitar, we have John Lundberg.
Hey there, how y'all doing?
And of course, I think we all need to say Tom Jones.
Howdy.
So I think we'll start simple and pretty much just stay there. What is 40 Rod Lightning?
40 Rod Lightning is a notorious brand of white lightning that will kill a man at a distance of 40 rods, which is a furlong, or 220 yards for those of you who aren't into horse racing.
Who on the stage has ever tried moonshine, Chuck?
Yeah, I think we all have.
I think Moonshine's tried us, actually.
So when you put together a show and you go out to play, who is your core crowd, Tom?
drinkers.
Got some here tonight.
I could be wrong.
You do this alt country kind of music, but country music has really changed over the decades from where it was to where it is now. You're kind of where it was.
Well, we're all the country you'll never hear on the radio, you know? We don't identify with the stuff that they're pushing out of Nashville now. You know, we like the old stuff, the Johnny Cash, the Bakersfield, you know?
So why did Johnny Cash and sort of the rebel country fall by the wayside, do you think? Tom?
I think it's sort of the nature of the music business these days. It's just the way it is. It's
They weren't pretty enough.
What will make money and sell? Not that Johnny Cash won't make money and sell, but it's the new kids with their flashy clothes and
iPods.
So
is it their iPods?
It's just pop music with slide guitars is all they're doing now, you know? It's not really country
So
music.
if there's no airplay, what's a band to do, Chuck?
Well, you get in a van and you tour around the country and play for the people who want to hear it.
Well, we and we want to hear some more music. This set is going to actually begin with one of your songs, Tom, Domestic Disturbance. It's kind of a laundry list of country song cliches. There's whiskey and an in-law kissing and chicken theft. And,
it's essentially about a man who knows he's wrong but just can't admit it.
well, enough said. 40 Rod Lightning with Domestic Disturbance on stage.
You should have killed me in my sleep last night. You had your chance, but it passed you by. I didn't want no trouble, but you started up this fight. You should have killed me in my sleep last night. Sure, I kissed your sister. I tried to kiss your mom. I stole a couple chickens from your old grandpa. I drank your brother's whiskey and I punched him in the jaw. And I will get what's coming if I don't beat all. You should have killed me in my sleep last night. You had your chance, but it passed you by. Didn't want no trouble, but you started up this fight. You should have killed me in my sleep last night. Yeah, woman, I am gonna go before I do what I don't know. I'll walk out barefoot in the snow, but I am going. I'll be alone, but I'll be free. Won't see hide nor hair on me, except in thoughts of used to be before our sweet love died. You should have killed me in my sleep last night. You had the chance, but it passed you by. Didn't want no trouble, but you started up this fight. You should have killed me in my sleep last night. You should have killed me in my sleep last night. You had your chance, but it passed you by. Didn't want no trouble, but you started up this fight. You should have killed me in my sleep last night. And I mean it.
Jim Beam was in my head again this morning, and it looks like he will be there all day. He's telling me I'm living life too hard. Slow down and try to find a better way. I found Jim dead in the ditch again this morning. We lay lifeless in my arms as sun broke. Took every drop of life that he had from him, and I feel like they should bury us both. But last night, I was running hard, yelling loud, I'm loving many, I fight proud, full throttle our paths, they won't ever cross again. We had our rowdy times and we had our bad luck, but Jim, he's always been a hell of a friend. I pray that God, he embraces Jim in heaven, and if he doesn't, I know it's just as well, because my path has been traveled and laid out for me, and I know I will see Jim down in hell. But last night, I running hard, yelling loud, looking many fighting crowd, full throttle all night long. I'm living fast, I'm running wild, set the damn was on fire. I won't stop till old Jim Beam is gone, and I won't stop till old Jim Beam is gone, and I won't stop till old Jim Beam is gone. Thank you, Jim Beam, and thank you.
All right, this next one is a number called Blue and Gold.
Well, there's gold in the ground and there's blue in the sky. As sure as you were living, you are gonna die. Some people try to fight it, I just don't know why. It's just the way that it is. Well, you can climb the highest mountains, you can sail the 7 seas, and you can live your life down on your knees, or lay around and scratch your fleas. And I'm gonna do my own thing, 'cause this world was turning before we came, and it's gonna keep it up when we go. And it may not make no difference to the cosmic thing, but we still care about how our gardens grow. Time keeps on changing, it can never stand still. You can change along with it, you can write your will. There's time you're gonna waste, and time you're gonna kill, but all time slips away. Was turning before we came, and it's gonna keep it up when we go. And it may not make no difference to the cosmic thing, but we still care about how our gardens grow. There's gold in the ground and there's blue in the sky. As sure as you are living, you are gonna die. Some people try to fight it, I just don't know why. It's just the way that it is. It's just the way that it is.
Yeah, thank you.
I left a girl in the county jail. I didn't write her, didn't leave her bail. But the other day, I got a letter. She said, I'm coming out to get you. It'll make me feel better. Had a girl in Santa Fe. I used to write to her every day. Oh, but the other day, I got a letter. She said, don't write back. It'll make me feel better. sister, she makes me feel better. Yeah, feel better. Well, that's the story of the way I live. I always take and I seldom give. But the other day, I found $1 and this old man says to me, he says, "Hey there, son, can I have that $1? I really need the money." So I dropped that $1 to the ground. The old man was blind. I don't believe that bill was found. But I don't know, 'cause that's when I heard the wail of that girl I'd left who'd just gotten out of jail. Yeah! Suddenly, I was hit from behind. And now the rest of my life, I'll spend blind. But the other day, this little kid comes up and he says, "Hey man, let me help you up." Thank you. This next one's called How It Feels to Be Away. Being away from you and knowing that I won't be home is hurting me so. Got to let you know just how it feels to be away. Longing to feel my arms around you, holding tenderly. But darling, you know they won't let me go. They just won't let me get away. These walls of stone won't let me go. They keep me all locked in and hide your beauty from my eyes. And I must now do life in here where everybody sits and stares and cries. When I shot your man that night, when I aimed and took his life, I thought I would be the one that they would hang up there on that old hanging tree. But now my life in hell's so terrible I cannot tell. Oh, the reality of never to be free is worse than any news could be. These walls of stone won't let me go. They keep me all locked in and hide your beauty from my eyes. And I must now do life in here where everybody sits and stares and cries. Being away from you and knowing that I won't be home is hurting me so. Got to let you know just how it feels to be away. Thank you.
Thank you. On stage with 40 Rod Lightning, that was How It Feels to Be Away. I'm Julia Figueres, and we're on stage from WXXI and WRUR. Tom, that song is by a Rochester songwriter, Bob Soner. Why don't you tell us about him a little?
Yeah, Bob's a guy I got to be friends with back in the 90s before he passed away. He was sort of popular in the Beatles, British Invasion type of scene in Rochester back in the late 60s. And when I met him, he was kind of an alcoholic, playing songs at open jams and things like that, and was working on a CD of these really great songs. And then he was starting to clean up his act, and then he died of cancer relatively suddenly and quickly. And so now I like to play his songs.
What is it about Bob's songs that resonate with you?
It's they just seem like they're timeless. Like, you know, I've known them forever. The first time I heard them, it seems like I've always known those songs. They're just very simple and beautiful, and I don't know exactly how to. Even the ones that talk about the ugliness, they're just so nice. They're great songs.
40 Rod Lightning has 4 songwriters.
Yes.
Every songwriter, raise your hand. Who's not the drummer? Oh.
Drummer never writes
Joe,
songs.
you're left out. I'm sorry.
I think I wrote a song once, but Tom, I think he, I don't know, it was rejected. I'm just kidding.
Well,
No bitterness.
No
The
bitterness.
flatulent song, I think.
The flatulent song.
You
Yeah, we'll
do
finish
write
that
most
later.
of your own music, but you have this little specialty. You do heavy metal bands in your heavy metal music in your own special way. So how did that start?
Well, Joe, John, and I were in another band that lost their guitar player, and as we were floundering for what to do, we dubbed ourselves the Futon Clan, and we played a gig where we needed to play some Beatles songs and couldn't get one particular song together. And the day of the show said, hey, let's do it in a country kind of style and just sort of, you know, we'll just get through it. And
Did we?
if we'd had been able to play it the proper way, we probably wouldn't be here right now.
So what is the connection between heavy metal, John, and country music?
Maybe the attitude is kind of, well, I can't use the words I want to use to describe it here, but, you know, kind of a nasty, rude attitude that we all were metalheads at one point and kind of take that from the old country school. And, you know, the energy works. You know, the attitude and the energy is kind of the same, at least the way we do it. So.
Well, we have Metallica and Judas Priest tonight. So, just Joe, is there a band that you haven't done yet? You're trying to talk them into?
Yeah, I liked Iron Maiden when I was growing up, so I really wanted to do Run to the Hills because I think it sort of follows the theme, the type of lyrics and stuff. So, well, there you have it.
All right.
Now we're going to have to do it.
Let's try it right now.
All right,
Right
so
now?
we've talked about it. Let's hear it. This is the great Metallica track, For Whom the Bell Tolls, in the hands of 40 Rod Lightning on stage.
1, 2.
Make his fight on the hill in the early day, constant chill deep inside. Shouting guns, how they run through the endless spree, how they fight for their right, yes, but who's to say? For a hill men would kill, why they do not know. Suffered wounds test their pride. Men of five still alive through the raging blue, gone insane from the pain, and they surely know for whom the bell tolls. Time marches on, for whom the bell tolls. Take a look to the sky just before you die. It's the last time you will. Black and raw, massive roar fills the crumbling sky. Shattered gold fills the soul with a ruthless cry. Strangers now are his eyes to this mystery. Here's the silence so loud. Crack of dawn, all is gone except the will to be. Now they see what will be, blinded eyes do see. For whom the bell tolls, time marches on. For whom the bell tolls, for whom the bell tolls.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here's a little ditty. This one's about a real nice lady. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just another day with your 14 different moods, from sad to happiness in a blink of an eye. Took all that I deserve and you gave me so much more. Best thing you ever did is say goodbye. Cruel-hearted woman, why can't you see? You bow against my soul and then you leave. Take me for your fool and you take it so easily. A cruel-hearted woman is all you'll ever be. Now I'm living in this world out of place, nowhere to really call my home. Tumbling down this road of jagged stone, these bleeding scars that you left upon my face. Cruel-hearted woman, why can't you see? Bow against my soul and then you leave. You take me for your fool and you take it so easily. Cruel-hearted woman is all you'll ever be. I remember all the angry things I'd done. I guess you brought the worst out of me. I'll take the blame for all that I need to. I can't take any more of your misery. Cruel-hearted woman, why can't you see? Bow against my soul and then you leave. You take me for your fool and you take it so easily. A cruel-hearted woman is all you'll ever be. A cruel-hearted woman is all you'll ever be.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This next one's about the high price of fame.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If I hang myself in the meadow from the top of the tallest apple tree, everyone will feel sorry for themselves and no one for me. The kids will all say I'm a bastard for ending my life so abrupt. Hey, they'll all dress in black and their parents will just be glad that I finally shut up. Don't cry for me, I don't need it. I'm happy just to swing here on my own. But if you are quick and if you're lucky, hey, you might get a piece of me and take it home. Just take it home. Just to swing here on my own. But if you are quick and if you're lucky, hey, you might get a piece of me and take it home. My wife will be thrown in the nut house, and my bandmates will all get great deals. Yes, all of them. All of them. Thank you, that was Kurt.
All right, well, that was as uplifting and cheery as that was, this one should really get you going. This is Waiting for the End of the World. I'm waiting for the end of the world and wishing for the end of the world. I pray thee, Lord, if you're in that sky, pass judgment and make all of the bastards die. We had our chance, I think we've lost our ride. So I'm waiting for the end of the world and wishing for the end of the world. Waiting for the end of the world and wishing for the end of the world. I got me a shack in the woods in the hills where I got me my rifle and I got me my still. I don't need no money, I'll just eat what I kill. Waiting for the end of the world and wishing for the end of the world. Waiting for the end of the world and wishing for the end of the world. Now I'm not the type to instigate or to cause a fuss where a fuss there ain't, and I ain't the type that believes in fate, but I can see the mess we've made. So I'm waiting for the end of the world and wishing for the end of the world. I pray thee, Lord, if you're in that sky, pass judgment and make all of the bastards die. And if you smite me too, I can reckon why. Still, I'm waiting for the end of the world and wishing for the end of the world. Waiting for the end of the world and wishing for the end of the world. Waiting for the end and wishing. Thank you.
I can see that one is destined to be a classic. Waiting for the End of the World with 40 Rod Lightning. You're on stage. Brian Killigrew, why don't you stand up for a second?
Yes,
Make
check.
You know, I noticed that you played the mandolin for the Metallica song. I never knew that heavy metal could be played with a mandolin.
Yes, it can.
Thank you very much.
You have to understand, Brian's not normally allowed a mic, so he's rather inexperienced.
Well, he should be using it with gusto, telling jokes, stealing the scene.
See?
Yeah, you're really not helping us here, Julia. Thanks.
Brian, you can sit down now. I've noticed.
Check.
That's all it takes?
I've noticed a few themes over the past few sets. We've got damnation, redemption, alcohol, Jesus, trains, incarceration. How do they all fit together with you?
Wow.
They go good with whiskey.
Yeah.
So why do these themes show up in country tunes so consistently, Tom? Without fail, there's somebody kissing the wrong person while stealing a chicken and drinking Jim Beam.
Yeah, well, I don't think... The thing is you hear a lot of, like, happy, feel-good music, but, and that's... There is country music that's like that, but, real country... it's dealing with pain and sorrow a lot of the time, and how do you make the best of life in spite of all that, I guess. So killing, incarceration, all that.
Drinking.
But you don't strike me as particularly tortured human beings, John.
We get it all out here on stage, so we get home, we're sane.
I mean, it's all good fun, but does 40 Rod Lightning have a band philosophy? I mean, beyond giraffes gotta eat. Thank you. What keeps you guys together?
We're having a great time. That's sort of the thing about being in a band is to have fun, and we have a lot of it. I'm not exactly sure. I think if we didn't have so much fun, we like to laugh and joke around quite a bit. That if we didn't do that, we would have broken up pretty quickly.
Do you get product placement money from Jim Beam and Jack Daniel? And if not, why not?
Not yet.
Well, we place it in our hands quite often, but nothing official.
We're looking for an endorsement.
And that seems to be the quickest place to go. Well, let's get a little bit more music back, shall we? Want to hear more? The audience has spoken.
Shouldn't have come home last night. She tried to feed me a line of where she spent her time. I shouldn't have come home last night. Through the window I could see the naked bodies on the sheet. My 12 gauge took his life. She cried and she screamed and the fighting got mean. I shouldn't have come home last night. I should have dropped my gun, I should have let her run when I shot her in the side. She wouldn't stop screaming and she couldn't stop bleeding. With a second shot she died. Decays in a shallow grave that I dug in the pale moonlight. I shook the devil's hand, I took the devil's plan when I came home last night. Cold steel tastes sweet when it's the barrel you eat that took your lover's life. Now my brains paint the walls 'cause I didn't have the balls. I should have dropped my gun, I should have let them run. I should have never started that fight. I couldn't stop myself, now I see them in hell. I shouldn't have come home last night. No, I shouldn't have come home last night. No, I shouldn't have come home last night. Thank you very much. That was Shouldn't Have Come Home Last Night.
One, two, 3, 4.
saying I've been doing it right, or you should do as I have done. But I'll be sitting here in this bar when your Jesus comes. You can line them up, 'cause I ain't got much time, and that's what you've been telling me. 'Cause I'm going straight to hell if in you I'll ride to spend eternity. So take the Jesus out of my country song and put a whiskey in my hand. You leave me in some dark honky-tonk listening to a real country band. You think I ain't getting through them pearly gates, believe in all I do. But I'll tip my glass to show respect, and I'll expect the same from you. Thank you very much.
Well, I got pulled out to sea by a tide of whiskey, and last time you know I almost died. Well, I swam with all my might and I drifted through the night, and I ain't been dry in a mighty long time. You know I got my reasons why. If it doesn't get me quick, it's gonna get me slow. I don't know if I can make it, I'm gonna slip below. And if it doesn't get me now, it'll get me in the end. This tide of whiskey pulled me out, it can pull me back in. Well, as far as I can see, it's stormy seas around me and nothing but clouds in the sky. How far I drifted out is way too far without a doubt, and I ain't been dry in a mighty long time. You know I got my reasons why. If it doesn't get me quick, it's gonna get me slow. I don't know if I can make it, I'm gonna slip below. And if it doesn't get me now, it'll get me in the end. This tide of whiskey pulled me out, it can pull me back in. Well, I pulled out to sea by a tide of whiskey, and this time you know I'm gonna die. So I'll take one last breath as I sink beneath the depths. I think it's time I say goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Thank you. It's Tide of Whiskey.
Drinking again. 40 Rod Lightning with Tide of Whiskey. Thank you all for a rocking good time. Big round of applause. Tom Jones. John Lumberg. Joe Bonfiglio. Brian Killigrew. Don't stop clapping. Chuck Larson. OnStage is produced by WXXI Public Broadcasting in Rochester, New York. This edition was recorded live in WXXI Studio A. I'm Julia Figueres. 40 Rod Lightning's not done yet. They're not done yet. From WXXI and WRUR.
My girl, she's leaving tomorrow. Said she'd be back in time. We both knew a lie when we heard it. It was a lie we both wanted to buy. My girl, she called me her cowboy. Said she wanted carry her over the mountain and take her to the other side. My girl, she's leaving tomorrow. Said she'll be back in time. We both knew a lie when we heard it. It was a lie we both wanted to buy. A lie we both wanted to buy. A lie we both wanted. A lie we both wanted to buy. To buy. Thank you. One more? We were afraid of this.
Are we ready?
All right, we'll do one more. This is Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden.
Just kidding.
Yeah, we just learned it while you guys were watching.
We thought about it. Well, I thought about it during the last song. I'm
Yeah,
ready
we've
to
all
play
been
it, I
thinking
believe.
about it. We all know our parts.
I'm gonna play it in
I don't
E.
know theirs. Yeah, okay. Instead, we're gonna play. This is a song called "Forn't," the lack of bread.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't quit your day job till you're getting on that bus by morning light, and I ain't gonna see it, but I know that you'll be leaving out alright. I ain't getting nowhere. I've been sitting here just smelling in my shoes, but I ain't gonna leave here. But I know I'll be there true in the by and by. I started off with nothing, and I can leave with nothing, and I'll be just fine. I ain't gonna see it, but I know that you'll be leaving out alright. I ain't getting nowhere. I've been sitting here, waiting here to die, but I ain't gonna leave here. But I know I'll be there too when you're passing by. When I'm high and dry, thank you. Family.